Hi, I'm going to give some readings today. Going to wait for some people to come in. It's kind of early, so some people might be busy doing other stuff, but hi, Margaret. Hello. Okay, I'm listening. I should say I'm reading. I'm reading. The new job, I haven't actually started yet. Um, I have to go there today because I have to give them some papers. I have to sign some stuff. And haven't started my first day yet. I'm not even sure I want to work there, but I don't even know what I want to do in life. I don't know. I don't know. Um, but I am gonna go. You know what? I'm just gonna see what happens and see where it leads me. And if I have fun and if it's a good experience, then I'll stay. But if it doesn't feel right and if it's hurting me somehow, then I'm just gonna leave and try to find something else. But hi, Nimdaya. Hi, unknown to the world. Oh, your name's Sabrina. What is life current? I don't know if I have no clue how to say that. Current feelings for me after you blocked him. Okay, let's see what comes up. So Sabrina, um, the sense I get is that it's kind of this energy of like not caring. Um, I mean, it just seems like what I'm seeing in this reading is kind of this energy of like, um, I'm sorry, I feel kind of lost today, and I'm not sure I'm doing this well. Um, I think the word is apathy. I don't know if I'm even using that right. Um, I don't. Well, first of all, I don't think he's mad. Um, I don't know. He seems like the type of person that you kind of don't even want in your life anyway, because um, it seems like he's not like if he really doesn't care that you blocked him, then that kind of means he doesn't really appreciate you that much to begin with. So, um, anyway, think about it like that. Sorry, I just feel so lost in my heart, like in my spirit. I don't know. I'm not even sure I should be doing this right now because I feel like I feel so like not grounded, and I feel kind of lost in something. Something in my eye. uh, so Nimdaya, what's coming towards me in the next 3 months? Okay, Nimdaya. No, no, it wasn't a long night. I slept fine. It's just lately, for a while now, I've just been feeling like I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like I'm really starting to become I don't know. I guess I don't know what the future holds for me, and I'm just kind of scared about what's coming. I'm like afraid to I don't know. I feel like if I actually tell you what's bothering me, it would just be kind of made up. Um, I guess I've just been for the past like month or month and a half, I've just been feeling kind of lost and like I'm slipping away, but something just is wrong and I don't really know what it is. Like it's almost like however I decide to live my life, it's like I feel like I'm lying to myself. Like I feel like no matter what path I decide to go down in life, there's just like this voice of the devil in my ear telling me that it's all a lie. And it's just making me feel so lost in myself. Like I don't know. I just have no clue like what path I should go down. And I feel like no matter what I decide to do in my life, there's this feeling like I'm lying to myself or I don't know what it is, but it's certainly I've been feeling just lost and fucked up for a while now, and I just when I'm trying to think of ways to just live my life and feel better about it. And everything I come up with, it just seems like I'm kidding myself or something. Like no matter what I come up with, no matter what type of life I'm trying to envision for myself, I feel like I'm just lying to myself about something. I just feel lost and like I don't know. I don't know. I guess all I can really do is just live my life and it's like okay, I got this job as a tarot card reader, right? Because I like witchy stuff. I like tarot cards. I and honestly, I feel like I really do know that there is something to them. Like I just know that there's something greater about life. And I just know that tarot cards are honestly like a real thing. That honestly like I just know that there is something to it, but I almost kind of wish that I never knew any of this stuff to begin with. Like, I don't know what's going on with me. I'm not even sure I want to be a tarot card reader. I mean, I like doing it on YouTube sometimes, but I don't know if it's even what I should be doing or if it even matters, but it's like I'm running away from some kind of truth. It's like I'm running from something. And like, I just don't know. Maybe I'm not supposed to know. That's the thing. Maybe it's not, maybe on some level I don't want to know, but I just feel like I'm getting really close to something and it's just freaking me out. And it's scaring me. It's like, on the one hand, I want to be myself and I want to live my dream, but at the same time, I just think that there's just something in me telling me that I'm going down some kind of dark path. And I just don't know, like, I'm not even sure if it's possible for me to be myself going forward. It's like, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm so afraid of. Whatever happens, like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just nervous and I'm just afraid I'm gonna like lose myself. But maybe whatever I am is some kind of lie anyway. I don't know. Hi, Fruity Bear. Hi. Oh, Dr. Rose Quartz, I should say. I'll be right back. This vape is dead, and I'm gonna go grab my other one. Give me like 1 minute. Sorry. Thank you for telling me. The job interview went well. I got the job. Um, I have to go there today to give them some paperwork. Um, but I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. But um, I'm not sure. I am going to give them the papers and uh, I guess I just don't have a good I have a bad feeling about the whole thing. Like something's like bothering me about working there. I'm not sure if it's even what I should do, but I just I mean, it might be fun. And knowing myself, I probably would have fun if I got a job there. Um, it would be an opportunity to maybe make some friends, see what they're up to, see what they got going on. They probably have a lot of crazy stories of their own. Um, you know, maybe make some money. I have a feeling I'm not even really going to make any money because the job is the kind of thing where I only get paid if I have clients. And so potentially I could be there for like 8 hours and only have like one client, or maybe I would have no clients. I don't really know what's going to happen. I have a feeling it's just going to be a waste of my time. But it might be nice just to get out of my house. Even if I don't make any money, it would still be kind of nice to get out of my house and go there and maybe maybe just talk to the other people that work there and maybe try to make a friend. Um, but you know, whatever. Anyway, so I have a question. I was wondering if I could ask a question. My question is if I will get a boyfriend this year. Okay, Zoe, let's see what comes up. Zoe. Zoe wants a boyfriend. Okay. So, Zoe, I don't think that this will be the year for you in terms of romance. That's not to say maybe you'll have, what is it called? Maybe you might have one or two fleeting relationships, but I don't think that this is going to be the year that you meet like your dream person. But I do see some big changes this year. And I think this is going to be a big year for you in a few ways. But um, and it might be it might come across as a bit of a struggle. This I kind of get the sense that this year is going to be kind of um, it's not exactly going to be the easiest year of your life, but I'm sure that there's probably in all likelihood good reasons for what's happening. And if anything, it's going to make you stronger and smarter. And maybe it's just setting you up for some kind of success further down the road. Um, So, Starry Night. Can I ask you what you see in the cards as my true soul's desire in a career path? Okay. So, Starry Night. Let me see what comes out. Well, Starry Night. Um, I think you are. I don't think there's necessarily just one thing that is like I don't necessarily think there's just one thing in particular that is like completely meant for you. I think you are very magical. I mean, your life is your life, but you are multidimensional. You're a very mysterious thing, you know? You There are lots of different things that you could do in a as a career, and I think you would really enjoy all of them. I think the important things are is that I think I see something fast paced and where you can really make yourself busy and also solving problems. I think that would be great for you. Um, Something that evolves, something that changes, uh, something where you go to work and you never really know what to expect. You never know what's going to come up, and keeping yourself busy and figuring out problems and finding solutions. And I don't think there's necessarily just one thing that is the end all be all for you. I think that you are a multifaceted person, and there are lots of different things that would honestly make you very happy if you just did them. And if you just put yourself there, then the rest would happen. But, like, you know, just as long as it's something that's kind of I see that I see whatever you end up doing, I think it should be something high energy and fast paced and where you can solve problems and you know uh, and sometimes that might involve other people. I mean, you might be able to um, fix things just on your own, but I mean, if you honestly needed someone else's eyes, then that's always, I think, something good. Anyway. Okay. Hi, Dishi. Hi, everybody. So, Dishi, what's coming towards me next month? Okay. Okay, Dishi, Dishi. So Dishi, um, let me think. Something. Well, I think next month is going to be a little bit of a struggle. Nothing like earth shattering, but maybe a little bit of struggling. Um, Dishi, I'm just gonna kind of pivot a little bit, and instead of necessarily telling you, like, instead of just telling you exactly what I can say about it, I would rather just tell you. I would rather give you some advice about how to move forward next month. I would just say, you know, you there is power at your disposal, and I think next month is a time to utilize whatever power you have and make your own miracles happen. If you're in uncomfortable places, then move to the light. Go some, you know, use your power to put your own self in pleasant situations. Put yourself um, in pleasant things. Use your own power to just enjoy, make the best of what you have, and use your power to enjoy things. Um, because I think it will be kind of a struggle next month, in terms of, I just see a lot of bad luck, honestly, with what you kind of receive in your life. But don't let that get you down. Maybe it's just, who knows what the reason is. It could be in the stars. It could be just coincidence. That could just be it. But next month I would use your power to create your own happiness as much as you can. And okay. So I'm gonna skip ahead to Nimdaya because she actually asked something already, but I was about to answer her question, but then I got sidetracked in my head. And so she's already been here for a while, so I'm gonna answer her question. I didn't mean to skip her, but I accidentally did. I did skip her, right? Yeah. Yeah. I skipped her by accident. So I'm going to answer her first, and then I'm going to go back to everybody else. So, Nimdaya, what is coming towards me in the next 3 months? Let's see what comes up. So, Nimdaya. Nimdaya. Next 3 months. Hopefully, we see some good stuff. I see good energy. Um, well, Nimdaya, I see that, I see financial stability. I see a sense of really feeling at home. Um, I see hard work paying off. I see something that you will be, I definitely see some kind of, uh, um, I see something that will be a pretty big victory for you, something that you're going to be very happy about. Um, I see good energy. I will say it's nothing like groundbreaking. Um, you know, the next 3 months, I don't think they're going to be the most like mind-blowing months, but I do see good energy. I see a sense of hominess and happiness and joy and good stuff. I don't see any major changes, but I definitely think that it's going to be good. Pleasant energy. Um, and I think it's all coming from a good place. I think that I feel like um, you know, um, I see some really good spirits in your life. And all right, I'm going to just move on. I'm not getting too much from that, but I mean, let me go back. So, Margaret has a question. Will I have a hard time living at the Lake House Apartments? Okay, Margaret, let's see what comes up. Let's see what this will be like. So, Margaret, let's look into how this is going to be for you living in this place. I see good energy. Margaret, the sense I get from these cards is that this is really good for you, I think. I see pretty good energy here. Um, I think this is going to be a good fresh start for you. I don't think it's not going to be perfect. I think, you know, it's going to be really good. There might be like one or two things about it that maybe you wish were different, but I mean, that happens sometimes. But like I think that overall it's going to be really good for you. It's a fresh start. And also, I think that wherever you're moving to, and you said, I mean, it could be the fact that it's by a lake. I'm assuming that they're called what are they called? Some kind of something lake. Um, the Lake House Apartments. I'm not sure if you actually mean it's by a lake, but I get the sense that there, whatever land you're moving to, there's something kind of mystical about the area. For instance, it could be close to a cemetery. It could just be some kind of, I mean, I couldn't I have no idea what it actually is, but there I think you'll find that you will it's going to be good and your life is sort of going to get just a little bit more mystical. There's just going to be something in the air that you're going to feel, and I almost imagine that would spill over into your dream life, into your thoughts, into it. There. I think where you're moving to, there's something kind of special about it. And I think that'll manifest in a few different ways in your life. But I see it all being a good thing. And like I said, it's not going to be, I don't think anyone will ever have some kind of perfect existence, but I think that you're going to really like living there. It might not be perfect, but you're going to really like it. And it's going to be very magical. Okay. Moving on. Sun Moon. Good morning. Marco, when do you see me getting a new job? Sun Moon. Okay, let me see. Take a sip of my drink to get another drink. Sun Moon wants to know about a new job and the timing of it. Okay. Unknown to the world, of course you can donate, but yeah, I'm never gonna say no to money. I love money. But unknown to the world, I go live almost every day. So if you only have like one more question to ask, you can always wait till tomorrow instead of, I mean, I go live a lot, so you can always come back and get another free question. Um, I mean, yeah, I could always say more about it, I suppose. I'm just getting a really weird feeling. But I mean, yeah, if you want to donate, go ahead. Who am I answering? Sun Moon, right? So Sun Moon, Sun Moon. I so of course you're gonna get a new job, obviously. I think probably in about a month, in about 4 weeks' time, there's something on the way. Although I can't help but feel that there's something a little. I think in your search for a job, I feel like you're getting in your own way. I don't know how. I think you're probably kind of. I just kind of feel like you have the wrong idea about. See, I don't know what it is. You kind of have the wrong idea about something. Um, but I feel like you're kind of judging things before you even try them. Or, you get, because I think right now you're in a state of like, when you're trying to get a job, um, you're in this position where it's not necessarily a specific type of job you're looking for. I think you're kind of open to different things. But I feel like when you think about something that you could be doing, you kind of judge it before you even try doing it. So that could be getting in your way. For example, I'm saying this like someone might be a nurse. They went to college to be a nurse, and so of course, if they're looking for a new job, it would be nursing 9 times out of 10. But I feel like the position that you're in, it's not so much any one specific type of job. I feel like you're kind of in, it's like that kind of a thing. I think you will get a job, but just maybe be open to different things and don't judge anything before you try it. And I guess you just never know until you really put yourself there. So, okay. All right. Um, so I'm going to skip ahead to Sabrina because she sent me some money. You want to know about future actions. Okay. Um, or at least, and you say, if not future actions, his intentions at least. So, let me see what comes up. Okay, these cards want to come out. So Sabrina, um, I mean, the sense I get from the cards is that I'm just seeing avoidance and like, even if you unblock him, I think that I think he would kind of ignore you. And I see him really not giving you any kind of attention. And I also do get the sense that I don't listen. I mean, he probably is kind of a shady person. Is he the prince and lord of all evil and darkness? I don't think so. I don't think he's like the king of all evil, but I just think that he just kind of sucks. And like, I just think that what I see coming from him is just a lot of neglect, avoidance, and just ignoring you. Uh, and you're asking me about does he have regrets? And I think he will someday. I don't think that day is probably going to be in the super near future, but I think he will regret it someday because I think someday, and who honestly knows why he is the way he is? Who honestly knows that? But the sense I get from the cards and just what I'm thinking right now is that I think just in his life, um, I don't think this is going to happen in the super near future, but I think his life will be a bit of a process. And I think someday in the future, he will be kind of a different person. I think he's probably going to be a lot nicer to people, and I think he will have changed a bit. But like I said, that's no time super soon. I just think his life is a bit of a process and a journey, and I think he still has things he has to go through, lessons to learn. There are things that he has to feel in his heart, and I mean, no one knows what the ultimate reason is, but I just think that over time, life is going to sort of mold him into being, I guess, a better person. But I mean, you certainly don't have time to wait around for that. And I mean, you have your own, like, everybody has their own problems. You have your own problems. And, you know, like, no one's perfect, but like, you can't wait around for him. Um, but but if it makes you feel at all any better in yourself, I actually think that someday he'll be a much different person. If you at all care, I think actually there will come a day when he has changed a lot, but you certainly don't have the time to wait around and try to, like, I don't think you're going to be the one that fixes him. I think his own life, I think, you know, it, I think he'll change, but I don't think it should be your sole responsibility to try to change this man. Anyway, and if you're wondering what cards I got, these are them. Okay, I'll be right back. I have to go pee and I want to make myself another drink. Give me like 2 minutes. I'm back. Hang on. Wait a minute. Hang on. I want to grab my tobacco. Tobacco. Yay. Okay. Oh yeah. This is I like this tarot deck because I like to read cards in reverse. And the back of these cards, whether they're like this or like this, they look exactly the same. You know, some tarot cards, the design on the back, you can always tell whether it's in reverse or not. And so when I put them on the table, I just think it's important to me to really not know what's coming because I don't want this to be about, like, I want these messages to come from like a higher place. And I don't want to be the one, like, I just don't want it to be up to me. So I think it's important that I really not know what I'm getting. Um, oh, shit. That's why I get these cards, just so because I like to read cards in reverse and I don't want to know. Um, okay. Sean, what are you drinking? I'm having vodka and seltzer water. Which, you know what's so funny? Like, it's funny how people change over time because, like, 5 years ago, the types of things I drank were like, I would go to the liquor store and I would buy these like really sweet drinks. They were also kind of strong too. I would drink like really strong, sweet drinks. And it's like all I used to drink is like these strong, sweet drinks. But now what I drink, like this drink, it has the tiniest little amount of vodka in it, just barely enough so I can really kind of get the sensation that I'm swallowing booze. But like 95% of this is just plain seltzer water. But I mean, if you told me 5 years ago that someday that would actually be my drink of choice, I would have been like, no, it won't. I absolutely would have been so big, like, what's the expression? I would have been just so like doubting that that's who I would ever be. Um, anyway, but now this is what I like to drink. It's kind of working for me. And who knows, maybe it'll change too. Um, yeah, unknown to the world. You can donate again, but by the way, you would only have to donate $2 more if you just want to ask one more thing. Um, Pig-headed, thank you. I thought it was pig-headed. I didn't know if it was pig-headed or big-headed, so I just kind of 86'd that completely. So, so Sabrina, Sabrina donated a little bit more, and then Sean donated. Um, so Sean, I'm gonna do Sabrina first, just because she donated first. But Sean, you haven't even asked your free question yet, so you can also ask something for free too. Anyway, but Sabrina's question is, I want to know the future outcome of my friendship with, I can't say this man's name. Is that Life or Leaf? Leaf. If this is over for good. Have you been listening to me? Let me pull Leaf. Okay, Leaf. It would be kind of funny if his name was pronounced Life. Hello, Life. Anyway. So, Sabrina. Let me see. Kind of just where this is going. Well, once again, Sabrina, and to show you, this is what I'm looking at. I'm just seeing a whole bunch of nothing. I get the sense that it's just really, I don't see much of a future with this person. And, but I'm getting more of a sense, especially from this card. I kind of, I feel like I kind of understand where you're coming from because, you know, I'm not sure what it is. Maybe you were with him for a long time, or I just feel like, yeah, you know what it probably is? Your heart was really in it. And this person really did touch you in some kind of meaningful way. Because what the Ten of Swords in reverse is telling me is that you're definitely kind of having trouble. Your friends only. Okay. You're kind of having trouble letting it go. But there's this feeling of kind of not being able to let it go. So there must be some kind of reason. Either you knew him for a super long time, or even just the types of things you would share with each other were kind of meaningful. Like, I mean, because maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just a heartless person, but if somebody was honestly just being so problematic, um, maybe I just have no heart, but I would have no problem just like letting something go and moving on from somebody. But there has to be some kind of reason that this is hard for you to let go of, because you really felt some kind of magic with this person, and now maybe I don't know, maybe it's just like um I guess my advice to you is try to kind of ground yourself in reality. And this is kind of, it's almost kind of sick and twisted that I'm even about to say this, but maybe try to focus on the reasons. Try to remember what's going wrong right now, because I feel like the only reason you would have such trouble getting over this is because you're probably hanging on to the good things about it. And if you do that, it's just going to make it harder to let it go, because instead of realizing kind of what's going south about it, you're kind of remembering the good things about it. But that just doesn't really reflect like the big picture of what's going on between the two of you. And anyway, but um, but to answer your question, I just don't see much of a future with this this person. You say you're only friends, but I don't see much of a future here. And what I'm seeing is that, and like I said before, it's just like I get the sense he's probably just going to be ignoring you, even if you unblock him and try to talk to him. I get the sense that he's just going to not give you much love anyway. So it's just kind of something to, it's painful because even you just said you made a couple comments, you shared deep things, you really shared your heart with him. So it's kind of, it hurts, but just let it go, move on. Um, and, I mean, like, listen, nobody's perfect. You're never going to find the perfect relationship. You're never going to find the absolute perfect friendship. But I'm telling you, there are a lot of people on this planet. There are people on planet Earth. On the planet Earth, there are many people on this planet that are damn near perfect. They might not be completely perfect because nobody is, but there are so many people that are damn near close. Just wonderful, lovely people with overwhelmingly good hearts. You will find that. And just whatever the connection is that you have with Leaf, just get over it, let it go. But like, anyway. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to who was it? I think it was Sean who donated. And then people who donate, I always go to first, obviously. But then after this, I'm gonna go back to people who already asked for the free ones. So Sean wants a general for March. Okay. Sean wants a general. Okay. So, Sean, a general for March. Let me see what comes up. Yikes. All right. Well, I think that you will be trying something new. Sean, the sense I get in March, I think there's something you're going to be trying. I think it's something new that you've probably never tried to do before. And honestly, I kind of don't see it being successful. But you have to remember the reason you tried it in the first place was because there was some kind of fire in your heart. You had some kind of desire, and that's your true self. That your desire is coming from some kind of very true place, that fire that was inside of you to try this new thing. And just because you might fail at first, you have to remember that it was something that you really loved to begin with. So, try it again. I feel like at first it's really not going to work out. And if that's the case, pick yourself up and give it another try. There's an example I always go to, and this, you call me crazy for even bringing this up, but there's, the show Charmed. It's like about those three witches, and it's, you know, really an absurd world that they live in. But there's an episode where one of the witches, she was new to the craft, and she was a brand new witch, and there was some kind of spell she was trying to do. I don't know what it was. She had some kind of cauldron, and it was some kind of powder that she had in her hand, and she was trying to throw it into the air and make a dove appear. And she kept doing it, and it just wasn't working. But you know what? She kept doing it because there was something in her heart that she wanted to make it work. She really did want it to work. And just because, she tried it many times and it just wouldn't work. But she never gave up some kind of hope that it would. And eventually it did work. I mean, of course, that's just a show. But, it didn't work out so many times. But there was some kind of fire in her spirit that, she tried it again. And eventually it did work. And she probably in that moment felt very, I don't know what she would have felt, but, probably some kind of sense of victory. I'm just using that as an example. If the things you do in life are based in truly just something that was already in you, some kind of desire that was already woven into what you are. So, Sean, my advice to you is whatever it is that you're going to be trying to do in March, this new thing, maybe it's some kind of, I have no clue what it could be. But if it doesn't work out at first, don't give up. Just keep trying until you make something happen for yourself. But and at the very least, just know it's that, it was something that you really wanted to do. Like, don't give up on it. Just because you fail, it doesn't mean you should give up. It means you should keep trying. And if it's honestly something that you love, then eventually you will succeed. If it is truly something you honestly love. Okay. Damn it. I mean, yeah, it could be that. I think come March, you would probably have a better idea of whatever it was that I'm talking about. But, there's an expression. I think it's, if it lasts, you succeed, or what's that expression? Like, if you, I don't know, something like that. If it lasts, you don't succeed, or I don't know. Listen, I didn't go to school for English. I mean, I did, but you know what I mean. I'm not an English major. So I'm going to go back. And by the way, Sean, you still can ask another question because you never asked your free one. So let me go back and see who's up next. See, this. You know what I'm going to do? I have the right to do this. So even if you're still here and you've already asked a question that I haven't answered, can you retype in your question and leave it in the chat? Because there are a lot of people that have asked stuff that I haven't answered yet, and I'm not sure who's still here or who left. So if you are still here and you want to ask something, then just retype in your question. Okay. So Tanvi, can I please have a reading for current energies feeling lost? Okay. Me too. Okay. So you're feeling lost and you just want to, I get it. You need something. Let me see what comes up. So 2 and 3. Okay. A little suspicious. Well, so Tanvi, I think there is one message here that I want to say just right off the bat, which is that this is not a big deal. If you're feeling lost, I mean, I'm not in your shoes, so I don't really know. I don't know what's going through your head or really just how. I mean, I don't know what you're going through, but if it helps, what you're going through is nothing major, even though your feelings might be very intense. But I do get the sense from these cards that if it makes you feel at all better, it's not like major energy you're dealing with. Um, and, you know, see, I don't really know what to say to you. I would say a little bit of advice is just, and I mean, there's definitely some energy here that's a little suspicious. Um, and you say you're feeling lost, and I think part of the reason you feel lost is maybe somebody betrayed you, because even if you're not really like, even if you're not maybe aware of it, I think because there is a card here that's a little suspicious, and it makes me think that the reason, or at least part of the reason you feel lost, is because of some kind of betrayal that happened to you, or somebody must have crossed you, and it was sort of a seed planted in your mind that kind of developed into something now. I think that the actual origin of your feeling right now is based in something that's a little bit shady. But I mean, I think right now, just a little bit of advice is try not to spend too much money. Spending money is not the solution to your problem. Um, I mean, it's okay to spend a little bit, but I would try not to make any kind try not to make any kind of outrageous purchase. I mean, if you need to feel better, then maybe go get your brows done or something, because that's not that expensive, but it's also something that can kind of heal you a little bit. but just try not to be too crazy and make some kind of insane purchase on something big. Try not to make any big purchases now, but you know, you might just need a little bit of healing. I mean, if I'm feeling really upset, sometimes I might go get my brows done or get a pedicure or something because that stuff isn't really too expensive. I mean, it can get a little pricey, but it's something that's not too much money and it can honestly make me feel a lot better. I don't do it too much, but you know, anyway, a little bit of advice for you. And honestly, by the way, there are things, there are things you can do that will absolutely make you feel better. Um, I think a little bit of, I think now is the time to have some experiences. Put yourself in, put yourself in situations that are kind of new, and put yourself in places and situations where you really don't know what's coming. There's something kind of maddening. Like I know this because I spend most of my time in my apartment, and it's kind of it can really drive you crazy when you're in an environment where um, nothing really happens. It really does make a difference if you put yourself in an environment where you really don't know what to expect. For example, if you go to the mall, you don't know who you're going to see. You don't know who's going to cross your path. It's an environment with a lot of moving parts and variables. And that honestly can really heal your spirit if you were if you were feeling super lost, maybe put yourself among other people and put yourself in situations where you don't it's on the one hand, if you think about it in some kind of way, it can almost seem scary, but it's actually very healing to put yourself in a place where you don't know what to expect. You don't know, there might be a huge blessing around the corner, but you wouldn't know. So, anyway. Okay. Moving on. So, Maro, what is Jamo thinking about me right now? Jamo. It's kind of a cool name, Jamo. Makes me think of Rambo. Um, what is Jamo thinking about me right now? What is Jamo thinking about me right now? So, Jamo. I never lit my spell candle. Okay. So, Maro. Well, Maro, So I get the sense that Jamo thinks you're really cool. This person thinks you're really cool and does really like you. But the dynamic between the two of you is a little bizarre to me because, you know, see, I'm not really sure what the situation is, but what I'm gathering right now is on the one hand, he thinks you're super cool and he likes you. But on the other hand, he kind of feels like he has no clue about how to approach the situation. Um, I don't know. I really honestly don't know. But he thinks you're very cool. I don't know. I think he definitely likes you as a friend. Um, but there must be something happening where he feels kind of like he can't quite figure out how to approach what's going on with the two of you. These are the cards I got. Okay. So Yvette sent for a question. So Yvette, you never asked your free question either. So I'll do the paid question, but you can also um, ask another one too, since you never did your free one. Um, so while Yvette is typing in her question, I'm gonna go ahead to Sean. Um, Free question. How will my birthday be? It's coming up in 2 weeks. Oh, happy birthday. How old are you turning? My birthday's coming up in about a month and a half. I'm excited. That's fun though. Let's see what cards come up for your birthday. 36, nice. It's like when you're in your 30s, somehow you're like old and wise, and yet at the same exact moment you're at absolutely still young and stupid. Somehow, 30s are like a weird. It's like a weird decade. Um. Anyway, so let me see what cards I get for your birthday. Um. Birthday cards. Well, Sean, I mean, honestly, I feel like, you know, I get the sense that your birthday is going to be a little bit of it's going to be kind of a letdown. But at the same time, let me put it this way. I think unless you make a change, I think your birthday is going to be a little bit of a letdown. Nothing, it's like, it's not going to be, I wouldn't say it's going to be bad, but you have the power to really make it more of a special day if you want to. use what's in your power to make it an even better day. I mean, if you really do want your birthday to be fun and exciting, because I have a feeling that if you wait around for somebody, if you wait around for somebody to give you a good birthday, I don't think it's going to happen. But I think you do have the power to really make a great birthday for yourself and to make it a good day. I think the power rests in your hands, and you have to make it happen for yourself. Maybe that might not be true for every birthday in the future, um, but you know, like although that typically happens, usually it's like the 10-year mark. Those tend to be the bigger birthdays, like when someone turns 40 or when someone turns 50 or 60. Those tend to be like big birthdays for people. Um, but, it's up to you. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead to Yvette. Um, Let me see. I had a close connection with a relative growing up. Her name is BP, a Virgo like myself, same birthday, but would make me feel oddball out because of things I would go through. I didn't get the full reason of why I would feel weird around her until I didn't attend something she wanted me to attend and totally blew her top off. So I cut her off for good and wasn't really interested. Okay. Let me light my candle. I like having that there. Hang on. You know what, Yvette? I oh, I can tell you probably you still have more to say. So just keep typing. I'm gonna be back in like 20 seconds. All right. Okay. In reconnecting, she then proceeds to try and reconnect. In reconnecting, she then proceeds to try and reconnect, but in a bully type of way, and I help my boundary in a kind and I help I probably held my boundary in a kind but firm way just last year. I was somewhat open because there was something family. Okay. Drama. Okay. So, the reason I'm taking my time with this is because Yvette sent me some money. So I always skip ahead to the people who send money. So right now I'm focusing on her. Um, so to sum it up, Yvette is having some kind of drama with a woman in the family. And let's see, wanted to do something because there was something family wanted to do. And then she started up again on on the call. I did decide to call her, and and she just spewing hate and basically thought I was calling her because I had something going on, which wasn't the case. So Montaigne, I haven't answered your question yet. Yvette sent me some money, so I'm listening to her right now. I'm gonna answer her question. Um, she then turns around after the call and congratulates me on something months after. She then turns around after the call and congratulates me on something months after. And then I didn't hear from her. She didn't. She didn't hear. I believe this. I believe this. She always has been preying on my downfall. Okay. Yeah, Montaigne, I'll answer your question right after Yvette. I can't breathe. Hi, people. And yeah, I've never been to a how do you say that word? Quinceañera. I've never been to a quinceañera, but um, okay. she gives the feeling that she's obsessed with me having drama in my life, which I did experience so. Man, I know. I wish I was like, well, you know, I mean, like I think in America the big thing is like a sweet 16. Quinceañeras are, I think it's when you're 14, right? Or is it 15? I forget, but the big thing here is like when someone turns 16. I don't know why, maybe because that's like legal driving age. I don't know what the big deal is with that. But I never got anything like that growing up. I never got my own fucking birthday party growing up. If I ever had a party, you want to hear a story? So, if I ever had an actual birthday party growing up, it wasn't even just mine. Me and my brother had to share the party because our birthdays were like a month apart. So, they would just have a birthday party on the same fucking day for both of us. One time, I had a birthday party at a Papagino's, which is like a pizza place. I invited, I don't know, probably like 10 people, and two people showed up who didn't even like me. And I can't believe they even came. And my brother, on the other hand, because everybody liked him, he had like probably 10 people at his part. Like literally, we were both, picture the both of us, both of our parties on the same day happening in a Papagino's. At my table, there were two people who probably begrudgingly came to my party and who really I wasn't even friends with because I didn't have any friends. I just invited people and prayed somebody would come. And two people did come who, like I said, kind of, they didn't even really like me. And my brother had like 10 of his good friends at his fucking table. My life. Whatever. Now I'm depressed and somehow terrified at the same time. Okay. Um, so that to grow, to I call that a loser because girl, stay away from me. Will this person be trying to regain any type of access to me? Okay, so Yvette, let me see what comes up. Your question is, will this person be trying to regain any type of access to me? Let's see. No, I get it. You know, I mean, you just wanted to get something off your chest. I'm here for that. There's no rush. I have nowhere else to be. Um, So, Yvette, the sense that I get from the cards is that I definitely see this reading is definitely kind of upsetting looking a little bit. It's kind of telling me that like what I'm sensing is I feel like um she probably will try at some point to get back in your life. And once again, I think it's just going to be hurt feelings for you. Um but I mean, but I think something that always is there is that I definitely think you always the power is always in your hands to just create distance from her and to not allow her in your life. Um, I mean, some people don't have that power. Like if someone, you know, for example, if it's like your roommate who's a super bad presence in your life, then it's like the only way to escape that is to move somewhere else. Um, but I just think that I don't think that's the case for you. I think that it's a power that you will always possess to create distance from her. Um, and I also kind of get the sense that like I mean you and her, I feel like you live in totally different worlds because I get the sense that there's between the two of you there's kind of a huge disconnect anyway. Like you say she's a family member, but at the same time I feel like even though it's the same family, the circle of family she runs with is kind of different than the one you do. So there's already this like separation. Um, but the truth is, I think the answer is probably it does look a little troubling. So I feel like at some point she probably will try to make some kind of attempt um, at some point to make a move towards you. But it's really not a big deal. It's nothing to worry about. Um, because it would always be in your power to just cut the cord if you wanted to. You know, you're never going to be at the total mercy of this. And also, she is not the princess of all darkness. I mean, I'm sure your feelings are absolutely very real, and she's probably just a miserable person. Is she the queen of all things dark and evil? Probably not. But like, she just sucks. She's just, it sucks for you to be around her. So, like, just keep that in mind. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna thank you very much, Yvette, for the I'm gonna move on. I hope you liked your reading. I'm gonna move on to Montaigne. Let me see what the question was. So Montaigne's question: will I have a partner soon? Is it someone I know? Okay, let me see. Sorry. All right. Um, so Yvette paid me, so I skipped ahead to her. But now I'm going to go back and answer everybody else's questions. Thank you for sitting tight with my cards. Um, so Montaigne, what I'm seeing coming into your life, I do get the sense that this is somebody that you already know. Um, and I get the sense that um, on the one hand, it's somebody that you already know, somebody from your past. Although, on the other hand, I do get the sense that this is going to be kind of, it's the relationship will kind of be okay. I don't think this is going to be like the person of your dreams, but it's going to be okay for a little while and it's going to be fine for a little while. But maybe something that just kind of fizzles out. But um, anyway, that's what I'm seeing kind of in the immediate future. Okay. Now I'm going to go to, let me start going in order again. I have to scroll back so far. I can't, see, it's hard for me to go in order now because it kind of took a while to get through the other person. So let me see. I did that one. Okay. So I think Miriam. I think up next, it's Miriam, then it's, how do you say that? Nipati. Nipati, and then You Don't Know Me. Those are the people up next. So Miriam, Nipati, and You Don't Know Me. If you're still here, let me know. I think You Don't Know Me is still here. Can't even remember what I just said. Nipati. Miriam. Miriam, are you here? I think you're up next. I want to try to start going back in order. So I don't think Miriam's still here. So you know what? I'm just gonna skip ahead to You Don't Know Me, because I think those other people. I think those other people aren't here anymore. So You Don't Know Me. What are the thoughts about my father towards me? Okay. Okay, I'm going to answer this question, and then I'm going to make a drink. I think I might have like one more drink, and then I'm going to call it quits for that for a while. But I'm feeling kind of stressed out, and I would like to suck on something that has liquor in it. Hard liquor. Okay. So. So You Don't Know Me. This is what I'm looking at. Your question was about your father's thoughts about you. This is what I'm looking at. Not exactly. It's negative. Um, although in this case, I really don't want to say negative. I think that that's more of probably how you would feel about it if you knew. Um, but on the one hand, this I wouldn't say this is like an evil looking reading. I don't think your father's evil, or his thoughts about you aren't like dark and hateful in nature, but it's also something that's kind of not good at the same time. I think he thinks a lot of different things about you, and they're all kind of based in kind of delusion. Like a lot of the things he thinks about you are kind of, not that they're dark and hateful, but it's just all like nonsense and crazy stuff. So um, it's the sense I'm getting from the cards. But I mean, it's definitely kind of not a good looking spread, but at the same time, it's not what I would call um, like, I don't know, if it makes you feel better. But certainly nothing to be happy about. Um, so I'm gonna skip ahead. I'm not skipping ahead. I'm just seeing who's up next, I should say. Because I think some people left. Some people who asked questions, I think they left. I got kind of caught up a little bit, but so up next is, I think, Ted. Or no, I'm sorry, it's Moni. Moni, some blessings coming in for me. Moni 31. wants to know about maybe some blessings that are on the way. Let's see what comes up. Okay, Moni. God, I really don't want to go to this place today. But Moni. Um, all right. I feel crazy right now. I feel like a lunatic. Well, Moni, I think things at home are going to be good. In your home life, I see things kind of developing. I don't know if that means you're redoing something in your house or you're planning on getting some new furniture, maybe, but I think your home base, I see your home base kind of evolving and becoming something that's even more of what you want it to be. Um, but that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm getting. I'll be right back. I'm going to go make myself a drink. Give me like 1 minute. I'm back. Okay, I'm actually. Um, okay, let me see who's next. Let me see who's next. I'm actually going to close the list for now. I've been live for like 2 hours, so that's something. Let's closed. So I'm going to finish up the questions that have already been asked, and then I'm just going to head out. Not that I'm going anywhere right away, but I'm going to just take off and do something else. Let me just update this right now. Okay, let me see. I think up next is Ted. Yeah, Ted. Ted Block. Will FISA 702 end in April and not be reauthorized? Yes or no? Holy shit. Scary. So something being reauthorized. Okay. You can probably say yes or no to that. So Ted, I think that was his name. I'd have to scroll back up to see that again, but so well, Ted, I think the answer is yes. And in April and not be reauthorized. So, Ted, I think the answer is that it won't be. But something tells me that this is kind of a disappointing thing. I just kind of feel like what ends up happening, there are going to be people that are really not impressed with the outcome. And I mean, in a way, I think the right thing is happening. But I think whatever you're asking about, because I have absolutely no clue what you're even talking about. But I think the outcome will be kind of disappointing to some, but maybe good for others, kind of a thing. All right, so I'm going to answer now Yvette's question. So will this outing I'm having with DF and WY, two new female friends, be going well tomorrow? Okay. Let's hope the answer is yes. Yvette, you want to know about this outing? Let's see what comes up. Well, see, Yvette, you're asking about two different people. I mean, I think overall, so I don't think it's terrible, but I think there will be good things about it and there will be kind of bad things about it. It seems to me that, like, out of the two people you're going to be with, I think one of them, you're going to see some kind of ugly traits in this person. Like, I think maybe just this feeling of being kind of put off by someone's behavior, a little bit of that. Um, I think it's going to be the kind of situation where one person you like a lot and the other person you're not too crazy about. Um, Something like that. Um, it's kind of a mix. And I think it's more a matter of like personalities. Anyway. Okay. Let me see who's up next. By the way, hi Shivani. Hello. I don't think I ever said hi to you. Hi Crystal. I don't think I said hi to you either. I think you've actually been here for a while too. Rena Lewis, are you still here? I skipped you by accident. If you're still here, let me know and I'll answer your question. But for now, I'm going to go ahead because I think, oh, wait a minute. The Empress right here. I just want to know, is the spiritual worker I've been working with a scam or real before I pay him any money? Okay. The Empress, you want to know about this person. Is it kind of scammy or more legit? Okay, the Empress. I'm just going to get a sense for what's going on and maybe if there's anything I should say to you. The Empress. Well, the Empress. I'm not even sure if you're still here, but I mean, I hate to give someone bad. I hate to give someone like a bad message, but I mean, I hope I'm right when I say this, but I think the person that you're working with, I get a good sense from it. So I would just, I mean, I could always be wrong. So I guess do everything with just go with your heart. I think that if you just give yourself up to this person and just hear what they have to say and you know I think it would be a good experience if you continue on with this person. I mean, you have to use your best sense, and if you're not getting anything out of it after a while, then maybe at that point part ways. But I would just give it a chance at least for a little bit because I get it. All the cards here are pretty good. There's nothing here that's bad at all. It's all good energy. And so it just kind of tells me, it gives me a sense that I think you're in good hands with this person. And I think, honest to God, there will be something to gain. There will be something to be gained from working with this person. I think you honestly are going to get something out of it, that is really good for your spirit, I think you will get something good out of it. And I think you're really going to enjoy. See, when you say spiritual worker, I have no idea what you're even doing. I don't know what type of thing you're doing or what you're after, but I think you are going to get something good out of it. If nothing else, I think you'll have a lovely experience. Um, but I think there will be something to be gained from it. Okay. So, okay, I'm going to go back to Rena Lewis because she asked a question a long time ago. And I accidentally skipped her. So the question was, what are M's current feelings and next actions towards me? All right. So Crystal, how you doing? Talk to me. I feel kind of nervous and I'm just kind of, I don't know, I need to have a conversation with somebody. So Rena wants to know about this person's current feelings and next actions. Well, Rena, the sense I get from these cards is that um, it's a little bit of a troubling looking spread. Like the energy I'm seeing is a little bit troubling. And something I feel like you kind of blame yourself for, because I feel like between you and this person, something's not quite right. Like something must have gone wrong, or there's some kind of turbulence. And I feel like I get the sense that you kind of blame yourself a little bit. Um, but these are the cards. This is what I'm looking at. um, anyway, okay. I need a massage. I'm gonna get a massage today. I always regret doing that though. See, I get massages at this place and lovely atmosphere. But They play nice music, and the people there are very nice. Um, don't speak much English, but that's okay. I go there and I get massages, and the massages are, I mean, compared to other places, their prices are wonderful. You can get like an hour-long massage, and it's only like $50. I mean, you got to tip them too, but still, it's like cheaper than most other places. Um, and they almost always do a really good job. It's a lovely experience, but um, it, but I like I get a massage there, and as nice as it is, I always regret doing it because I only have so much money. I mean, I do have a little bit of, I don't know if there's such thing as extra money, but I do have a little bit of, I mean, you know, I'm not like rolling in dough by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't know. I feel like if uh, ugh, I really want to do something today and just live life a little bit. Like I need to have a life today, and I want to go do something fun and enjoyable. But every time I spend money, I regret it. Well, not every time, but like, like if I'm getting my brows done, most places it costs about like $12 to get your brows done. And then you give them like probably like a $5 tip, you know, but it's something that's something that doesn't cost too much money to get done. And it's a lovely thing. I love getting my brows done. I love doing that, and it's not that much money to get done. So it's just kind of a nice thing to do. But just getting massages, as much as I love massages, it's like it's just something that's a little bit more expensive than other things, and it just as fun as it is to get them, you just leave and you're so much more poor. And I don't know. I will absolutely regret it if I do get it done. I will absolutely regret it. Oh, but I just need to live. I need to live. I need to do something. I have got I have got to do something today. I need to have a life today. Um, ay, ay, ay. Okay. Well, anyway, I think I'm all caught up. Oh, actually, sorry. I almost skipped somebody. Miriam, are you sorry? I feel crazy and I feel nuts. I feel crazy. And anyway, Miriam, are you still here? Because you asked a question, and I'll answer your question, but I just want to make sure you're still here. Um, okay. Hi. So I don't think Miriam is still here. Um, Damn it. Now I feel bad because I kept blabbering and then. Oh, you are still here. Okay, let me see what your question was, and I will answer it. I want to know if our company is going to meet the expected sales target for the upcoming month or not. Okay, let me see what comes up. Let me see. So, Miriam, Miriam. You want to know about your company and will it meet the sales target? Okay. Well, Miriam, I think. No, I don't even know what the question was. What was the question? About the upcoming month, right? Yeah. Well, the sense I get is that the upcoming month is going to be kind of disappointing. I think it has something to do with competition. Although I do see good things on the way. Um, it's kind of not all bad news. I think that, like, in time, things are looking up. But just in terms of the upcoming month, I think it would be kind of disappointing. Um, but I think in um, other months will be better. Anyway, okay. Well, I'm gonna answer Destiny's question, and then I think I might take off. Not that I have anything to do, although I have to take out my trash. I have so much garbage in my apartment. I have 3 full bags of trash that I have to take to the dumpster, and probably be good for me just to get some fresh air on the planet. Anyway, so Destiny, will I meet someone soon? A love interest. Okay. Will I meet someone soon? A love interest. I'm like afraid to even. Part of me wants to like move on and try to do something else, but at the same time, I'm like afraid to stop this live stream because my apartment is just, I don't know. Well, Destiny. I'm not really seeing anything in these cards about romance. I think my message for you is I think my message for you is that I don't really see a romantic relationship coming in the near future, but I do see some good stuff. I'm not sure what it is. I definitely feel like there's something really good on the way. You have a really good card here, so and it's a card that doesn't really come up that much, but it's always pleasant to see. Um, Something good's coming. Really, something really good in your life. Anyway, to answer your question, I don't really see anything in terms of a romantic relationship really on the way anytime soon, but I see something else good that I think pertains to some other aspect of your life besides romance. So, Ted, I think I answered your question earlier. Um, I think it was about like 20 or 30 minutes ago. I did your question. Um, or maybe even sooner, but sorry, Destiny. That was kind of a shit reading I just gave you, but I was just looking at the cards and I wasn't. I mean, I don't know. It's just all I could get. All right, I'm gonna go now. Thank you all for coming. I'm gonna go putz around and try to find something to do. There's probably some plants that need to be watered or something. Um, and I'm gonna go for now. And I have to. I should probably take a shower and get myself together anyway because I should probably go somewhere today. I should probably like go on a little journey, see where it leads me. All right. Bye. Bye, everyone.